something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Got a real good feeling. This place is jumping off hard as it can get. No, we won't ever stop dancing on the edge. We like it dangerous, we like to see you split. Turn up another notch, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let me tell you something. 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 Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Got a real good feeling. Right now, right now. 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 Oh, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. I got a real good feeling.
Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about Avalanche, one of the most interesting up-and-coming cryptocurrencies that's currently sitting at number 11, just waiting to break into the top 10. Guys, this cryptocurrency has rallied 800% in just the span of a couple of months, and it has been the talk of the town in cryptocurrency, and for good reason. In this video, we are going to be breaking down exactly what Avalanche is, its value proposition, and why I think there's a very big profit opportunity on this cryptocurrency coming up in just the next few months. I am joined, as always, by my producer, Smay. How you doing, Smay?
Hi, everybody. I'm doing good today.
Boom. Smay is very sleepy. I keep thinking he's mad at me, but he's just sleepy, right, Smay?
I'm not mad at you, Jeb.
You're not mad at me?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I always think Smay's mad at me. I don't know why. Smay?
Why do you always think
you.
I'm mad at you?
I don't know. I don't know. You're just always mad at me. You're always on to me about something.
Well, I'm always on to you about something. It doesn't mean I'm mad at you.
Maybe that's true. Guys, really quickly, drop a 1 in chat if you are enjoying Altcoins Anonymous. We're bringing you some of the best altcoin analysis here on YouTube. And if you want to learn more about altcoins, this is the place to do it. So make sure to tune in 3:30 every single weekday. And we will continue bringing you guys content here on these altcoins. So let's go ahead and jump on over to Avalanche's website. I want to break down briefly. We're only going to spend a couple of minutes on this because I assume most of you guys already know a little bit about Avalanche. I'm going to break down a little bit about what it is. Number one, first and foremost, it is the number 11 coin on CoinMarketCap with a market capitalization of $16.5 billion. With a B, it's sitting at $75, and we've seen a massive run-up on it just over the last couple of weeks. Ever since the 21st of July, Avalanche has rallied 760%. I suppose you could say it had an avalanche to the upside. Had to do it to you. I'm sorry. That was a knee slapper right there. Nevertheless, another thing to point out here is the team, guys. Let's look at the fundamentals really quickly. It's incredibly important whenever you're looking at a cryptocurrency, an altcoin, a project, whatever it is, you got to understand the team. I'm obviously not going to go through the entire team they have here. I've done some research on some of these guys that are working on Avalanche. Seems like a pretty solid team. Looks like they've got a great thing going back over here. But here's what Avalanche basically is. I'm going to go to full screen and break this down to the best of my ability right now. Essentially, what Avalanche is a decentralized network that has the ability to scale infinitely. Each of its nets has the ability of transacting 4,500 transactions per second, and those settle in like 3 seconds. You're not waiting for final settlement for like an hour like on Bitcoin, or for many, many seconds on into minutes as you might be doing on Ethereum. It's an incredibly fast cryptocurrency with some of the fastest settlement times in the entire cryptocurrency market. But, you know, every cryptocurrency brags about how quickly they process transactions and how many they can process. What's the interesting point here? Well, one of the cool things about Avalanche is that it actually sets its blockchains up so that it delineates and differentiates the different things that are going on its blockchain. So you can build DeFi projects, you can build NFTs and things of that like on Avalanche, and each of those different use cases, the cryptocurrency itself, the token Avalanche, moving on the Avalanche blockchain, the DeFi protocols and all the information that needs to move there, NFTs, all these different things don't go down the exact same path. They go down multiple different paths. The way it's been explained to me is essentially whenever you're looking at Avalanche, you're basically looking at, instead of just having a superhighway going through a city, you have an interstate going through a city, and then you have an airline that also flies over the city, and then you have maybe a canal that goes through the city, and then you have a train that goes through the city. You split up all of the different pieces of information so that they are able to move in the most efficient and effective way possible. So Avalanche is a very interesting project. What are you talking about?
Said you got a SME going through the city.
Yeah, SME going through the city.
I don't know. I thought it kind of turned into like a rap for a second.
That's true.
I don't like a song. You got the train going through the city. You got the street going through the city.
SME increases property value wherever he walks, so you want him going through the city. You want him going through your city, guys. SME walking through your city, that's a good deal right there. That, like I said, will increase your property taxes.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Jeff.
No, you're good. I was basically done explaining Avalanche.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and look at the chart, because I know that's what you guys are interested in. You want to know, is this thing about to moonshot? Are we able to make some money in this project? And is this something that we should consider investing in the long term? We're going to talk about both of those questions. The first thing that we need to discuss, however, is Bitcoin. And the reason we're going to mention Bitcoin here is because what Bitcoin does has everything to do with what Avalanche does. Why? Because of this. If Bitcoin jumps off a cliff and decides, you know what, I'm just going to go down to 38,000, or I'm going to go down to 36,000, and it has a massive correction, Avalanche is going to be very, very hard pressed to continue into an uptrend. It just is. You're not going to have a very good time moving into a massive rally on Avalanche when the rest of the cryptocurrency market is falling. So the near-term future on Avalanche is very much dependent, I should say, on what Bitcoin does. So it's really important to pay attention to that. Also, if Bitcoin started moonshotting and just rallying super fast and took off, then it might try and leave the altcoin space behind. The altcoin space is actually doing very well right now. Why? Because Bitcoin isn't going crazy fast, and it's not crashing. It's kind of just not doing a whole lot. So all of the attention is in the altcoin space. If Bitcoin breaks out of that and starts moving big time to the upside or to the downside, then you're going to run into problems. So that is one of the things that we have to preface with. But let's look at the Avalanche technicals themselves. Looking here, the very first thing that jumps out to me on Avalanche is this. This is a pattern called a rising wedge here on Avalanche. We have an uptrending level of resistance here and an uptrending level of support right here. That is not a good sign. Avalanche moving to the upside here means that it would be moving in the opposite direction of this rising wedge. Also, another thing that jumps out at you here on the daily chart is the fact that we've rallied 750% in 65 days. That does indicate a lot of bullishness on this chart. Obviously, people are incredibly excited about Avalanche, but it's unlikely you're going to get another 750% return. It just is very much unlikely that Avalanche is going to rally from $15 billion in market cap to, $120 billion in market cap in the next 60 days. It's possible, however, incredibly unlikely. That being said, it might do that in the long term. So we're going to talk about that when we get to investment opportunities. Looking at some of our oscillators here, we almost saw a bearish MACD cross just a couple of days ago, but ever since the 11th of September, we've actually been bullish on the MACD, and AVAX here has been moving to the upside. We're actually up 142% in just the last week alone, and funnily enough, we are not overextended on the RSI. at all. We're sitting at 66, and if we look at the TD sequential here, we're not overextended either. We had a 9 flash, but then we reset, so now we're solid. It was actually this major rally from $18 to $60 back in August that pushed us so far above on the TD sequential and the RSI and everything. That's when we had that big pump, and I'm going to explain over here where that pump comes from in a second. But first and foremost, let's figure out where we're going. Here's the thing about Avalanche. It is a great project. Hands down, I've done quite a bit of research on it behind the scenes now. It's a good project and one that I think you should invest in. Here's the problem. I am concerned about its short-term price action. But Jed, you said in the title you think it's going to double. I do actually think that, and I'm going to show you why. But I don't think it's going to continue from there. What I think we're about to see happen on AVAX, on Avalanche, is something similar to what we're seeing happen on Solana. And I need to draw a lot of parallels here because Solana and Avalanche have similar value propositions to the market, but they also have similar looking charts right now. Solana rallied on July 19th to September the 8th, 800% in 60 days. What does that sound like? Sounds a heck of a lot like Avalanche right here. Here's the deal, though. I think that Avalanche is going to go farther, but I also don't think it's going to be able to sustain that. I think we're going to see a triple-digit Avalanche based on all those fundamentals and based on DeFi lockups, which we're about to talk about, but I don't think it's going to sustain that. I think we're at the tail end of what we would call price discovery phase here in the Avalanche market. I talked about this 6 months ago on Cardano. There's something that happens to cryptocurrencies called price discovery mode. Cardano was one of the first DeFi projects outside of Ethereum to really go through one of these gigantic rallies here in late 2020 and on into 2021. We saw Cardano rally from 8 cents all the way up to $1.50 in the span of 114 days, 1,500%, and then it traded sideways for 6 months. Here's what I think is going to happen to AVAX, and frankly, in case you're curious about Solana, we've talked about Solana, and we're talking about it this afternoon again. I think they're both going through that initial price discovery run-up where they're having a giant rally, and then they're going to pause. But here's the thing. I don't think AVAX is done. I think Solana's pretty much done, but I don't think AVAX is. Look at Solana. Solana rallied significantly above its previous all-time high, 240% above its previous all-time high. AVAX is actually only 30% above its previous all-time high, and frankly, with what Avalanche is doing, background, I'm not going to go into all the fundamentals in this video because we only have half an hour together today. It, I think, is worth a lot more than $16 billion. In fact, I think it is worth $30 billion. Whenever you're talking about price targets, you got to think, hey, is this thing actually worth what we say it's worth? Well, Solana, a lot of people would say, doesn't do what Avalanche does as well, but Avalanche is worth a third of what Solana is worth. If Avalanche went to $44 billion, which I think is very possible and frankly likely, that would put Avalanche doubling from $75 to $150. So here's my price prediction. I think Avalanche here is actually going to break to the upside. But how is it going to do that? Are we going to break bearish out of this rising wedge first and then rally to the upside? Or are we just going to do it straight up? Frankly, I think we're just going to straight up rally. And the reason is because when you're in this price discovery mode, you got to be careful about leaning too heavily on counter indicators and counter formations such as a rising wedge. The rising wedge does say, and I want to be clear on this, the rising wedge does say that Avalanche should break to the downside in a little bit of an avalanche. It should pull back down to around $50. We're in price discovery phase, and this cryptocurrency is exploding. So it doesn't really look like that's what's going to happen. I personally think that we're going to $150 and maybe even $200 in just the next couple of weeks, maybe on to the next month or two, based on all these fundamentals. And we're going to dive into those a little bit more here in just a second. I want to send it over to Smay, though. What do you think, Smay?
Is that a cup and handle forming?
That is. Thank you very much. That's a great question. Who said that in chat? Do you have the name? Because I'm sure.
Well, I said it.
Oh, you said it.
Well, and no, but somebody else said it, but I said it.
Smay is growing in his TA. Good job, Smay. Yes, it is a cup and handle formation.
Also, hold on. You know what? Before people get upset, there is somebody that did comment it as well. Crypto Schmied. Give him a shout out as well, but I noticed it as well.
Guys, we are going to be answering some more chat and more questions here in a second, but while we're on the technical analysis, a great question. Thank you very much for reminding me. I was about to talk about this. There is indeed a cup and handle formation forming. It is right here. You can see the cup is formulated starting back in May when Avalanche was sitting at $37 and then had an avalanche down to $11. I'm not going to stop. I'm just not going to. I'm sorry. It also then had a rounding bottom and moved to the upside at a local top around 60, which was its previous all-time high. So it makes a lot of sense that it would top out right there. Then we went through a falling wedge. Then we broke to the upside. Guess how we measure these? We take a price target just like this, expand it. That gives us a price target of at least $90. I think we're actually going to go quite a bit farther than that. So, yes, it is indeed a cup and handle, and I think it's a very bullish cup and handle. With that said, let's go ahead and read some chat.
So, you know, it'd be fun real quick.
What would be fun?
Show me a blank chart, and I'll see if I can spot a formation.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see. I'm gonna find you something here. There's a formation on this chart right around the middle. What are we looking at, Smay?
Oh.
Smay is my Padawan.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Point something out to me.
Right here in the middle. Right here in the middle.
Right here.
Right. Yeah. So that it looks to me like a bull pennant.
He did it. He did it. It's a bull pennant.
That's right.
It's a bull pennant.
That's right.
Let's go, Smay.
That's right.
Let's go, Smay. He's learning.
That's right.
Guys, drop a +1 in chat for Smay. Shout out to him. Guys, if you're enjoying today's stream, make sure to smash that like button and tune in 3:30 Eastern every single day. We're actually going to be moving the show up to 2:30 Eastern next week, so make sure you adjust your schedule.
Starting on Tuesday.
Starting next Tuesday, so make sure you adjust your schedule. But for the next few days, we're going to be going live 3:30. You guys are really, really loving the show. We got a lot of great feedback, and I'm really looking forward to diving into more altcoins with you guys. Really quickly, let's go to full screen here, if we're not already, and talk about some chat. I want to read some chat messages, and if we have any super chats, get to those. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Looks like we do have one lone super chat. Thank you very much to Yuvraj Singh. I'm not sure if I'm butchering that. I probably am. Said, best TA channel on YouTube. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's what we're going for. We want to be the best TA channel on YouTube. A lot of people are asking a very important question. Where can we buy it? Good question. I have found a few different places to buy Avalanche. I think the best one, however, is Binance. I'll jump over here onto my screen and we can look at CoinMarketCap. Just so you guys know for future reference, whenever you're looking for a market to trade something, the easiest place to find a market to trade a cryptocurrency is over on CoinMarketCap. If we look here at the Avalanche markets on CoinMarketCap, literally just go to the cryptocurrency page. I'll start out here. Go to the cryptocurrency page right here. Scroll down. Right here it says market. Hit that, and then you can see some of these markets. Binance is one of the biggest carriers of Avalanche. Huobi Global also holds it. Gate.io, which I've never used. KuCoin, that's a great exchange. Bitfinex even has it. So looks like those. Even Bittrex looks like it has AVAX. It's not on Coinbase, it looks like, but looks like some pretty big name exchanges are carrying it. And that kind of leads me into my next topic. That is the idea of investing in Avalanche. And I want to hear what your thoughts are on this. Drop a 1 in chat if this is a coin you're interested in investing in, not just trading. And drop a 2 if it's not really something you're interested in investing in, but it's just something that you really want to trade. Here's the thing. I think that Avalanche is bringing something to the table that has the ability to compete with Ethereum and Cardano and Solana. All three of those are modern-day DeFi protocols. However, I don't think they're necessarily competitors in the same sense of the word that we would talk about in the stock market, for example. All of these projects are things that decentralized applications can run on, and in fact, Avalanche actually has the ability to more or less emulate entire other blockchains and decentralized applications on it. So I don't think we're going to see the same kind of cannibalism and capitalism and competition, to use the 3 C's there, going on in the cryptocurrency markets like we see in the stock market. So I think Avalanche has a very strong opportunity to make a lot of progress, even though it has big competitors like Ethereum and Cardano. And in fact, a lot of people would argue that Avalanche does a better job at its own game than Ethereum or Solana do. Maybe not Cardano. I'm not one of the people that says that, but that is a pretty common trend here. And you can see that that trend is widely accepted. On August the 17th, the TVL on Avalanche here was sitting at $265 million. What is TVL? That's total value locked. That's the amount of a cryptocurrency that is locked up in DeFi. Within just a month, we saw that run all the way up to $3.2 billion. That's from people staking it. That is an exorbitant amount of progress going on in that time. We can look at other projects like Polygon, and you can see how quickly they ran from 260 million. For example, Polygon ran very quickly from 260 million to 10 billion. Solana ran very quickly from down here around 1.5 billion up to 12 billion. Frankly, Avalanche has the ability to do what a lot of these bigger projects are doing. It's only got 3.2 billion staked. Based on what we've seen Ethereum and Solana and Polygon and soon to be Cardano doing, there is a very strong argument to be made that Avalanche might go to 7 billion, 8 billion, 10 billion staked. And if it does that, the price action is going to moonshot for 2 reasons. Number one, you got more people in the cryptocurrency. And number two, More of the cryptocurrency is taken out of circulating supply, making each individual circulating coin more valuable. So those are two different reasons why the amount of AVAX that's being staked right now is a big deal. It has literally more than 10x'd in just 2 months. And as you can see from what happened with Binance, what happened with Polygon, all of these cryptocurrencies went through a period of explosive growth where they went from hundreds of millions staked to tens of billions staked. And it looks like Avalanche is still right in the middle of that. So I really do think, guys, there's a lot of opportunity here. Normally, from a technical standpoint and a chartist standpoint, I'd say, nah, we've rallied 750%. We need to pump the brakes. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, the fundamentals on this coin are solid. So here's my new thing that I'm going to do to you. Have you ever watched the movie Gladiator? Promise I'm going somewhere with this. Drop a 7 in chat if you've ever seen Gladiator. Great movie, one of the best ever made. In Gladiator, they reference something that used to happen in the Roman Colosseum, where the emperor would put his hand out like this, saying whether or not the gladiator should live or die. And then if he thumbed up, then the gladiator lives. If he thumbs down, off with the head. So that's what I'm going to do here. What should we do with Avalanche? It's a good trade, and it's a good investment. Both of those are thumbs up, in my opinion. I think that this is a cryptocurrency that is worth your while. And frankly, I'm thinking about investing in it, so let me know what you think. We're going to go to full screen, read some chat, and have some fun here. We got a lot of 7s in chat. A lot of people have seen Gladiator. Fantastic movie, incredible movie. Definitely one of those movies that gets all the, gets goosebumps going, gets you fired up. Got a $20 donation from Rick4962. saying, you guys rock. Thank you very much. You are incredible, my friend. You have donated so much. Are you not entertained? If you are indeed entertained, smash that like button. I know we can get to 500 likes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Smay, what is your opinion on Avalanche? I know that we didn't have time to go into all the fundamentals here. We really were just talking about price action, but based on what little you do know, that sounded really bad. Based on what little we did just cover, what is your take on Avalanche, and do you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down?
To be honest with you guys, I don't know much about it, but what I do know about it is that it's not listed on any exchange that I like to use, which means I probably won't be buying any just because it's too difficult for me to buy.
I'll be honest with you. I think I'm gonna go and get some. I think I might go drop I don't know, not much, maybe like some money.
I was gonna say, I think it sounds like a really good project, and I like a lot of what it's doing, but the problem is it's just not listed on any exchanges I like. So,
do you not? Yeah, well, you should get a Binance account because that's where.
No, that's the thing. I tried to get a Binance account.
Actually, hang on. That's a good question. Is it on Binance or Binance.us?
The thing was, I tried to get a Binance account, but Binance, the verification on Binance sucks. I tried. I put in bank statements and utility bills and all that stuff it asked for, and it didn't verify. They couldn't verify my account. And it kept failing. So I'm like, oh well.
KuCoin's something that you could probably try. I might be able to get you set up with KuCoin.
I was like, I'm a real person, guys.
You're a real person. Smay's a real person. This just in. Well, guys, that's all I got for you for AVAX today. I hope you did enjoy the show. If you did, make sure to stay tuned because we got a lot more content coming for you.
Sorry.
What is up,
I had a gut reaction to Robert G's response. He says, Smay says, I don't know much about it, far too much. Why is he on the show? Because I'm pushing the buttons, you silly goose.
He is the producer. He is not necessarily supposed to know every single thing
I'm
about
not a co-host.
He is the producer. He is not the co-host. There is one host of this show. He is the person who is switching and doing all the production and making sure the show runs. So we are very, very thankful for Smay, who is our producer and technical director. Thank you very much to Smay. Guys, I'm going to answer a few more questions here. So if you have anything about AVAX that you'd like me to talk about, now's the time I can also go into a little bit more detail on the... we can go into a little bit more detail on some of the fundamentals. Rena just gave a great question. Said, so if AVAX gets listed, it will moon. Yes, that's a great point. If it were to get listed on Coinbase, gone. We're talking 300, 400% returns. I'm probably going to try and get it because I have a feeling it'll get listed on Coinbase relatively soon. Maybe there's a reason it's not listed yet. Maybe Coinbase has come out and said they're not going to list it or something. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that it's something that is going to happen in relatively soon. I mean, it'd be really strange to have a top 10 cryptocurrency, which I think is going to be top 10 relatively soon. I could very easily see it pushing out some of its competitors like USD Coin and Dogecoin, which is sitting right above it with twice its market capitalization. I can see a lot of that. By the way, good point. Dogecoin has twice the market cap as this project, and Avalanche might have the most utility of anything in the top 10 right now. So, good luck with fighting that. I think Avalanche is a sleeper right now and one that you should definitely get invested in if you're interested in investing in the DeFi space, which right now DeFi space is taking over the cryptocurrency market. Like all that crypto is DeFi now. So it's really, really important you look at that.
Woo!
Woo! Get in now before they list on
Avalanche.
Coinbase. Absolutely. Is on. Yep. First time here. Thanks for the show. Yeah, absolutely, John. Thank you very much. Let's see.
Dogecoin is not as good as Avalanche.
Dogecoin is not as good as Avalanche.
That's right. I'm giving you guys energy now. Is this better?
Dogecoin is stupid.
Woo!
Smay, give us more energy. We gotta pump it up in here. Let's go. Let's see, guys.
Silly
And also, by the
gooses.
way, I can do some technical analysis in the last couple of minutes here on another cryptocurrency if you would like to have some cryptocurrency TA on something else. So go ahead, drop what your favorite cryptocurrency is in chat. If you'd like to see it, I might be able to do like some 2-minute technicals on it. We do have 7 minutes left that I can spend with you guys. Too late to get on the AVAX train? I don't think so. I think AVAX is a great project, and I don't think it is too late.
Ooh, I have an idea. This was interesting.
Hang on one sec. Rena just said exactly. Coinbase listed Shiba. Why not AVAX? And you pronounced my name right.
Well, that's exactly what I was actually about to say.
Oh, good.
I was literally about to say that. I was like, that's a good point about but that's like gives me thoughts. Like, what do you think about Shiba? The fact that Coinbase listed it.
Look, Coinbase is an exchange, and their job is to list what people want. People wanted SHIB, so I think it's correct that they listed it. I just think that it's a bad idea to invest in SHIB. Now, look, if you think SHIB is about to what?
TA on SHIB?
TA on SHIB. I don't think people want TA on SHIB. I think our audience hates SHIB. You know.
I just want to see like real quick what the chart looks like.
Sure, let's do it.
Let's be chaotic.
Let's be chaotic. Okay, Smay is pushing me in the wrong direction here, guys. He's a bad influence. Let's look at SHIB over Tether. Yeah, it sucks. Cool. So that was some great technical analysis.
Oh my god! Hey, I was on your screen, dude.
Hey, let's look at some other TA here. Let's see. A lot of Algorand. You guys want Algorand and also Cody. Tell us, drop a 1 in chat if you would like to know. Would like to have an Altcoins Anonymous video in the future on Cody. A lot of people are talking about that. Let's look at Algo real quick.
All right, let me know when you're on your screen.
I am on my screen, Smay. I apologize. We are looking currently at Algorand. Algorand rallied from 70 cents on July 21st, which is when all these cryptos started moving, 277%. It is in a very similar pattern that we saw on AVAX a little while ago. It's in a cup and handle. We got a potential inverse head and shoulders pattern forming right here. It's not the best one I've ever seen. We got this falling wedge right here. Frankly, I don't know enough about the Algorand fundamentals to go into too much detail on this, but this chart actually looks strikingly similar to what we just saw on AVAX. I mean, just look at that. We saw this, and then if we go back, boom. You know what happened next on AVAX? We had a big rally. So Algorand right now looks like it could be primed and ready for something. But guys, even more than we saw with Avalanche, Algorand needs to be very much paying attention to what Bitcoin does. It's sitting at 15, and if Algo doesn't have a big, if Bitcoin goes through a massive correction, then it's going to be difficult for Algorand to continue moving to the upside. So that's a little bit of TA on that. Let's go back to full screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, somebody likes it when I say that, so I don't accidentally switch back to everything. Matt C said, how about Algo? Good question. Just talked about that. We will do an entire video on Algo if you'd like in the future, guys.
My favorite Algo is Lux.
Lux Algo is a fantastic algo, guys. If you haven't gotten Lux Algo, by the way, let's take a look at what Lux Algo is saying on AVAX. If you guys haven't gotten Lux Algo, you absolutely need to.
It's a strong buy.
It's a strong buy signal. Looks like Lux Algo ain't playing around right now, guys. Look at that. Definitely something to pay attention to. Lux Algo has a strong buy signal on the daily chart, on the 4-hourly chart, and let's see what it says on the 1-hourly chart. It's probably under sell right now. Yeah, in the 1-hourly chart, it's under sell it's under a sell signal right now, and that's because we have this flag forming. But frankly, Lux Algo might not be predicting a break to the upside out of this bull flag. There's a bull flag here on the 1-hourly chart, so pay attention to that. That is something that we could see take place. So, yeah, guys, right now AVAX looks like it's in a spot to move up on the hourly chart, but also it looks like it's in a spot to move up on the daily charts. Let's go back to full screen real quick.
Why are you not using dark mode on CoinMarketCap?
That's a good question. I really should have that on. I forgot how to turn that on. It's right here, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. That looks so much better. Thank you to Smay, did you just come up with that?
No, it was Matt C. complained.
Yeah, thank you, Matt C. Matt C. I needed to be put in my place on that one. Dark mode is far better. Lux Algo tutorial. Lux Algo. We actually have a tutorial on Lux Algo in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. If you are interested, that link is down below. And also, Lux Algo's own website has a ton of videos and tutorials and stuff going over it. So you can check out their website with the link down below. You can get 20% off. Use our coupon code JEB, JEBB, for 20% off at checkout. Love the show, guys, said Bulletproof Dean. Turtle Coin, Smay. When are we getting Smay Coin?
As soon as somebody on this company knows how to make a coin. Yeah, we're not blockchain developers, guys.
We are not blockchain developers. That is not what we do.
I can mint a coin. Like, I can just mint a literal coin and sell it.
Yeah, no, we need a literal Smay Coin.
I'll make a literal Smay Coin and sell it. And you know what? I'll start the opening price at $3. $3. $3.50.
You should make an NFT.
No, but here's the thing here, guys. $3.50, and we're gonna pump it because I'm just gonna have a limited supply of 10 coins, and I'm gonna hold all the supply. And then I'm going to sell them. The starting price is going to be $3.50, and then we can pump it all the way to $100,000 a Smay Coin.
I would buy that. I would buy that.
Was any of that economically correct?
No, not even close.
Okay.
I'm just going to be honest with you. No, that wasn't even close. Anyway, guys, that's all we got for you today. Really quickly, we can look at the AVAX monthly chart. I know you guys are interested in that. Let's take a look at AVAX monthly chart. Yeah, insane. Take a look at those candlesticks. Frankly, guys, if it weren't for the fact that there's so many bullish fundamentals going on, I would say it's overextended and needs a correction. But in this case, I really don't think this run is over, and I think there's still opportunity here. Just be sure to not get too greedy in AVAX, because while, yes, it probably does have more room to run, it has run 800%, and also it is very much contingent upon what happens with Bitcoin. So be careful if you decide to get into AVAX. Hopefully this content brought you some value, and hopefully you have found a cryptocurrency now that is potentially something that you can make profit off of. So make sure to take a look at AVAX if you haven't already. We talked about earlier where you can find it, and you know something else you can find? You can find the subscribe button right below this video, and you should definitely hit that so that you can be up to date on all of our future content. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you today. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.